Hey guys, it's Masterath here, and it's time for the Global Trophy 2021.
Well,
I'm joined alongside.
The America section. It's one week's time it will be, yeah.
I'm joined alongside the America section. Jeez, where's Sam?
Well, I'm Sam Elliott, 64.
Oh, there you go.
You said it's time for the Global Trophy.
Yes, everyone's favourite time of the week.
Ah, of course.
Yes, we have the America's Qualifiers here, the final qualifiers before the big, meaty Global Trophy finals next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We've obviously filled out 3/4 of the bracket, but we need another 8 teams to get there first. And we are here for the America section. We have all the South American and North American teams back in now. This is going to be a battle royale, I think. If the big teams can get through, we could have a really, really heavy-hitting Global Trophy this year.
Yep, it certainly could be. So do you want to go through a bit of the history of the Americas section, Sam? I know it's not much because mostly it's been dominated by Argentina, but...
Yep, so back in the earlier years, obviously we mentioned it before, that only 4 teams used to qualify from the Americas section. These days it's 8, since the merger between Oceania and Asia. With that said, though, Argentina have won the Americas section 9 times in the past, winning in 2005, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 19 and 20. So they are on for a 3-peat if they win it this year. Other winners include Ecuador, Paraguay, Chile, Mexico, and 3 times for Brazil. USA actually have been doing quite well in recent years as well. Brazil have won the Global Trophy overall twice. Argentina 3 times. They are the only 2 South American winners of the Global Trophy. But yeah, it's quite an exciting time to be in South America because there are some good teams down there. Mexico as well. They finished the finals before. They finished second. So we'll see. It's a quite open bracket. Obviously, Argentina, the massive red hot favourites for this, but we'll see.
Yep, looking for a very much unprecedented. Only Australia have reached that feat of 10 qualifiers championships.
Yep, double figures. And of course, you have to remember, Australia were the big fish in a small pond. They were the only team, realistically, who could have won in Oceania. Obviously, they've won 3 in Asia as well, which isn't to be sniffed at, but, you know, the bulk of their trophies comes from Oceania. Argentina have won this 9 times already. They are also the winningest team in terms of just matches in the Global Trophy. They have won so many.
102 victories.
It's incredible. Like,
altogether.
No one's anywhere near that.
Yeah, France are the closest. I think they're on about 85 so far.
Yeah, so it's a big gap between first and second in terms of wins, and they are the Global Trophy ranking number 1, Argentina.
Yep, and they've been able to keep above France by, at the moment, just over 100 points, so it's going to be something big to try and push Argentina off that spot. They're always a favourite in the Global Trophy. They're certainly a favourite in the Americas section.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough to beat them.
Yep, so shall we begin with this?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with the dud team, which is unfortunately for them, Bermuda.
Yeah, Bermuda finishing 8th in the preliminaries last month. It was a tough run at the end for Bermuda, but Grenada were just able to pass them with a big win in their final match. They only needed a draw, but they were able to get the big 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, so speaking of Grenada, they're next on the list.
Yep, Grenada, of course, finishing 7th in that preliminary league.
Yep, next, a team that was actually able to stop the rot to finish in 6th place, Dominican Republic.
Brilliant stuff from them. They were outside that top 8 for a good while, weren't they? And then they just pulled it back towards the end.
Yeah, but they'll still feel disappointed about their preliminary league performance due to the fact that their neighbours Dominica finished a position above them.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them play each other again, I think, wouldn't it?
Certainly would be a good old clash between those two. Finishing in 4th place, really good couple of victories for St. Vincent, and they were able to get that 4th spot.
Yeah, they had a heavy win over Montserrat. I mean, pretty much everyone had a heavy win over Montserrat, but But they had a particularly... I think they were 5-1, weren't they? Or 5-0?
They got a 5-1, and then they beat that record with a 5-0 against another team. Before the second place team in the preliminaries absolutely trounced that record.
Yeah, absolutely. That was someone else. But in third place, I believe, was Suriname.
Yep, Suriname. Finishing third. Finishing very comfortably in third place there. Not really any problems for them.
No, they didn't really seem troubled throughout, did they? They just had a solid run through, and fair play to them. They finished in the top 3.
Yep. Next, in second, is St. Kitts and Nevis, who currently have, I guess, when you say the American Qualifiers, this year they have the record win so far, a 9-0 victory over Montserrat.
Absolutely. I'm sure Argentina, if they get a weaker team in this, will have something to say about that, though.
Certainly, yes. And the winners of the preliminaries this year, Barbados.
Solid team, and yes, they lost a couple of games, but they had the competition won by that point. It was like they were so dominant in that first 9 or 10 games where they just didn't concede a goal.
Yeah, very solid. Their goalkeeper, for 2/3 of that, was just keeping clean sheets every game in a row.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah. Next up, the first team from the 16 teams that were able to pre-qualify due to their rankings in the most recent FIFA rankings, is Guatemala, former Global Trophy finalists.
Yep, they have been there before. Solid team. I believe was it Cruz manager or something like that was from Guatemala?
Oh, that played for Guatemala. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. See,
he's still there, Dave Artel. He's still there. We can't stop losing 1-0 at the moment, but, you know, apart from that.
I mean, Villa can't stop scoring, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
or conceding, either.
Southgate's just still won't play Grealish, though.
I don't understand it.
I know. Next up, it's Antigua and Barbuda.
Yep, another one of the Caribbean islands, but this is one of the higher ranking ones. They are, obviously, fairly well-established Global Trophy team at this point.
Yep. Next is Trinidad and Tobago.
England have played them a couple of times in World Cups, haven't they, Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes.
I believe Dwight York, back in the day, used to play for them as well.
Oh, yeah.
As well as Kenwyn Jones. Remember him?
Vaguely, yes. I certainly didn't remember Dwight York a lot better, though.
Yeah, of course. He was a Champions League winner. But, yeah, Kenwyn Jones as well. He was a bit of a beast back in the day.
Yeah. Next up, it is Haiti.
Yes, Haiti. They share an island with the Dominican Republic, so maybe we'll see a derby between those two as well.
You never know. Next up, we have Curacao, so they're not in this, obviously. They're not in this, so as usual, we'll be picking the team that's ranked below them in the FIFA rankings that's not a part of America. And they have picked... They have been chosen with... Oman.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, maybe, for Curacao. It's not an amazing choice.
No, it's not. When I saw you click Africa, I thought, hang on, are they going to end up with, like, Ivory Coast or something? But no, it's not.
No, they get Oman. Next up, it's Canada.
They have some really good players in world football these days, Canada. They have Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies, the left-back. He's quite a prestigious talent. He's very, very fast. And, of course, they have Jonathan David, who these days plays for Lille. So they have some fairly well-established footballers, Canada, in 2020.
Yep, and next up we have El Salvador.
I don't know anyone who plays for El Salvador.
That's fine. Because they're still probably incredibly unhappy because their opponent in the football war that lasted like 4 days is actually above them, Honduras.
Honduras. They used to have a player who used to play in the Premier League, Wilson Palacios. He used to play for Wigan and Spurs.
Yeah, the latter better than the former on that one. Next up, Costa Rica.
They've had a few decent players as well in recent years. People like Brian Ruiz and Joel Campbell, who used to play... I think he plays in Mexico these days, but he used to play for Arsenal and Olympiacos.
Yeah. Next, pretty good mainstays in the Global Trophy finals on some occasions. It's Bolivia.
I think they've qualified in recent years, haven't they?
Yep. Yeah, they've been doing it. They've been doing all right, but they missed out last time round. But their rankings from the actual team more than enough to get them through. Next up, it's Paraguay.
former winners of the Americas section back in, what year was it? It was 2009. So, yeah, solid team, Paraguay. Shouldn't be underestimated.
Yep, next up it is Venezuela.
Venezuela as well. Not a team to be underestimated. Obviously, they have a footballer in the USA at the moment, Josef Martinez. He plays for Atalanta United, and he's a pretty decent footballer, I have to say.
Yep, indeed. Next up we have, not Puerto Rico, sorry, Peru.
Peru have had some decent players over the years as well, haven't they? People like Jefferson Farfan, Norberto Solano. Do you remember him?
Solano, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Brilliant footballer. He was fantastic for Villa and for Newcastle United back in the day.
Yep, and next up we have Chile.
Again, well-established footballing nation across the world, Chile. Yeah, very good.
Yep, former American section champions as well, I believe.
Yep, back in 2011, so 9 years ago now for them.
Yep, next up is Uruguay. Big footballing nation. Oh, they've got players like Suarez. Cavani.
Yeah, they used to have Diego Forlan back in the day.
Oh, Diego Forlan, yeah. The bloke that missed that easy penalty. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Obviously won 2 World Cups as well, Uruguay.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly not a team to be messed with, but that's World Cups. World Cups don't matter here.
They don't, no, you're right.
Yes. Next up, Brazil.
Didn't qualify last year, did they?
Nope.
They've won 3 America's section championships in 2015, 17 and 18. Took them a long time to win their first. And of course they've won 2 global trophies in the past as well.
Yep, so now we get to the final 8. These are the 8 that represented the Americas in the Global Trophy Finals last time round by making it to the Global Trophy Americas Qualifiers quarterfinals back in 2020. We kick off with Ecuador.
Ecuador, yes. Former winners of the Global Trophy Americas section in 2007.
Next up we have Colombia.
What do you think of James Rodriguez these days playing for Everton?
It's a bit of an interesting change, but I guess it's probably the same as when Samuel Eto'o, sort of did that.
Well, you have to remember as well, like, he is now the big fish in a smaller pond, isn't he? Like, he's the main man. I think maybe that's the kind of thing that he needs.
Yeah, but Everton have actually been playing really well now.
They have, yeah.
Carlo
Ancelotti, what a guy.
Yeah, they've been playing amazingly well so far this season. And yeah, fingers crossed they keep doing well. I mean, I always saw Everton as a close to the top, well, at least at the time, top 4. Yeah. Always sort of like in that Champions League, UEFA Cup sort of area. Or there or thereabouts. So it's nice to see them finally getting back to winning ways after so long.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah, they've in recent years had a decent upturn in form as well. I'm surprised that they've actually been able to. I think they've qualified for the finals twice in a row, Jamaica.
I believe they might have done, yes.
So very impressive. Well done to them.
Yep. Next up, we have Belize.
Yeah. Bit of a shocker.
Yep, bit of a shocker last time round. They were finally stopped by Argentina, as everyone else does. But still, a very good performance for Belize, and that allowed them to automatically qualify for this stage this year. So, fair play to them. Can they repeat it? We'll find out very soon.
Tough one for them, but fair play to them. They've done well.
Next up, it is Mexico.
Yes, former winners of America back in 2013, the finalists overall in the Global Trophy in 2017, which was their best ever result. They lost in that final to France. Yeah, excellent team. Yep. Watch out for Mexico.
And last year round in the Americas qualifiers, it took their neighbours that want to build a wall to prevent them from getting into their place, America, in the semi-finals of the qualifiers, to stop them last time round.
Good team, Mexico, aren't they? Very good team.
Very good team. Next up, it is Panama.
They had a great run last time, didn't they? They had such a good run, and of course they ended up losing to Argentina, as everyone else did. But, yeah, watch out for Panama, not to be underestimated.
Yep, they were able to beat Colombia in their quarter-final clash. Colombia certainly no slouches in this tournament.
Absolutely not.
Next up, runners-up in last year's America's qualifiers, the United States of America.
They finished in the top 3 in the Global Trophy in the past. That was their best ever result. They've been on, a good upturn of form in recent years, but they were no match for the eventual winners of the Americas section, the 9-time Americas section winners, Argentina.
Yep, Argentina. I said 9-time Americas Qualifiers winners, 3-time Global Trophy champions. The team that is number 1 in the Global Trophy rankings at the moment. The first and only team to have won over 100 games in the Global Trophy's now 17-year lineage.
Yep, absolutely. Now, Chris, don't forget to save state.
Oh, yes, of course. Let me just do that. Go. F6. Alright. And now it sounds like crap. Hang on. There you go, that sounds better. Brilliant. Okay, so our dud team will be Bermuda. Don't cock this up, game.
Please, game.
Yes!
Yay!
Alright!
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Look at that.
That is interesting. We may see Brazil and Argentina in the finals.
But they'll play each other fairly early on in the draw, won't they? Look at this.
Yep. Venezuela, Peru, Costa Rica, St. Vincent, El Salvador get a bye.
Guatemala and St. Kitts, Canada and Bolivia, Dominica with a horrendous draw to win the qualifiers. Sorry, not to win the qualifiers, to progress from the preliminaries to get Argentina.
Yep. Brazil, Haiti, and Uruguay versus Curacao. So we are going to be losing at least Brazil or Uruguay.
Yeah, a big team is going to go out fairly early on here.
Both could. You never know. You never know how these...
you never know.
With how Romania's done, you know, in Europe, you never know.
We'll see. We will see. It's going to be a tough one for both of them to progress, but, you know, you've got to say they're the favourites of their respective matches, aren't they?
Yes, definitely. We kick off with Venezuela versus Peru, the first match of the qualifiers here. Venezuela out in the first round. Peru go through to the second round.
Good result for Peru. Next up is Costa Rica against the preliminary team St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
St. Vincent knock them out. They're through to the second round.
Brilliant stuff from St. Vincent, and that shows again the importance of doing the preliminaries. You do get some stronger teams come through them, and Costa Rica go home.
Yep, Bermuda obviously out. El Salvador go through to round 2 here.
Important for El Salvador with their nice blue and white flag, looking very snazzy there.
It's not
Fred Zappa as the referee.
Told Freddie, you got me facing him, Freddie Z. It's old Freddie Z right there.
Yep.
He will be he will be officiating this match that will last probably about 2 seconds before I hit the quit button.
Indeed. So that puts El Salvador through to play the winner of the next game, which is Guatemala and St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yep, St. Kitts and Nevis finishing second in the preliminaries. Guatemala barely making it through to here without going through preliminaries.
Yep.
St. Kitts and Nevis through.
They'll play El Salvador in the next round. Next up, it's Canada and Bolivia.
2 high-ranking teams here. Bolivia through, 3-1.
Yeah, so far it's all the away teams have won. Can that continue with Dominica and Argentina? The favourites, clearly Argentina here.
Yep, Dominica finishing 5th in the preliminaries. Argentina, the current America's champions. 5-0 Argentina. They go through for a second round tie with Bolivia, who are no slouches.
It's not an easy one, is it, for Argentina? But you'd still expect them to go through, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Brazil now versus Haiti. Brazil looking to go through to their first Global Trophy final in a while.
Yeah, they haven't actually been in the finals since 2018, since they've won the Champion of Champions.
Yep. 10-0. They've beaten St. Kitts and Nevis' record.
That's a statement from Brazil.
Yep, Uruguay now versus Curacao.
Represented by Oman in the Americas qualifiers.
Oh, Uruguay go through on penalties, barely.
Only on penalties, goodness me. That's quite embarrassing for Uruguay. You've got to think Brazil are hot favourites for their match now.
Yep, Curacao able to hold the Giants Uruguay to a draw, but losing out on penalties there. Uruguay through.
Yep, next up is Honduras and Jamaica.
Jamaica obviously making it through to the quarterfinals of the Americas section last time round. Automatic qualifiers. They're through again. They're into the second round.
They are indeed. Next up, we'll see the preliminary team in Suriname against former Americas section champions, Paraguay.
Yep, Suriname finishing in 3rd place in the preliminaries. But they couldn't get past Paraguay. Paraguay through on by the skin of their teeth there.
Just about making it through, but good result for Paraguay. A difficult match in Suriname.
Yes, Chile, Trinidad and Tobago next up.
Chile, I'd say probably the favourites for this one.
Yeah, 3-0 win for Chile. They're through.
Next up, we have two teams that were in the top 8 last time around. It's Belize and Panama, so one of them is going to miss out this time for sure.
Yeah, we're going to be losing one of them. It's Belize, Panama through.
Well done to Panama. Great result on penalties to go through.
Yep, and we could be seeing a rematch here
Between them and Colombia. Colombia have got to beat the preliminary winners, Barbados.
They do 5-0.
Comfortable for Colombia. Brilliant stuff by them.
That has set up a rematch from last year's quarterfinals of the America section between Panama and Colombia.
Yep, it sure has. Next up is Ecuador, former winners of the America section in 2007, take on Antigua and Barbuda.
Yep, Ecuador making it to the Global Trophy Finals last time round. They could do it here as well, 3-0.
Yep, and they will play the winner of our next match, which is the Oh, no, they won't. They'll play Colombia, I think. They will. They'll play Colombia.
Oh,
so
yeah, they will.
But
Never
USA,
mind. Oh, bloody hell!
The Dominican... Wow, they've defeated the Dominican Republic 13-0.
There goes Brazil's record. USA trounced that, but they may get another rematch from the semi-finals last time around with Mexico if Mexico beat Grenada.
Not an easy game. Grenada, of course, finishing 7th in the end in the preliminaries. Can they beat Mexico?
Nope, 6-0 Mexico. Both USA and Mexico informed teams, but only one of them is going through to the Global Trophy Finals this time round.
So, our top 16 starts off with Peru and St. Vincent. Peru probably the favourites here, but St. Vincent did very well to make it through.
3-1. Peru are through. They're the first team through.
Congratulations to Peru. Good team as well.
Yep, El Salvador, St. Kitts and Nevis. We're going to be seeing a pretty rank outsider team go through here. But is it going to be El Salvador or is it going to be St. Kitts and Nevis?
St. Kitts and Nevis would be a huge story if they make it through. They won't have to pre-qualify next season, of course.
El Salvador through.
Excellent result for El Salvador. Now, can Argentina progress again? Bolivia, of course, not an easy challenge.
Yep, this is going to be very tough for them. Argentina 4-0. They're through again.
It wasn't a tough one after all. Look at that.
Yep.
4-0.
Can Brazil avoid yet another upset to make it through their first Global Trophy Finals in a couple of years against Uruguay? Brazil's gone again!
They've lost to Uruguay.
Brazil out again!
The former Global Trophy champions, 2 times Global Trophy champions, have lost in the qualifiers again.
It's a downhill spiral for Brazil here, but Uruguay through to the Global Trophy Finals.
2 penalty wins for Uruguay, 2 0-0 penalty wins as well.
Yep, Jamaica now versus former America section winners Paraguay.
Paraguay are probably the favourites, but Jamaica are no slouches.
5-1 Paraguay, they're back and through.
Phenomenal result from Paraguay there, and they make it through to that top 8, crucially.
Yep, Chile, Panama next. Can Panama do it 2 years in a row?
Chile's a tough team to beat, though. They're a top side.
Yep. 5-0 Chile!
Panama go home. It's a shame for them, but Chile, what a result.
Colombia, Ecuador, 2 teams that made it to the Global Trophy Finals last time round. One of them's not going to make it this time. It's Ecuador, Colombia! 4-0 winners!
Running out very comfortable winners. America's got a very, very good looking lineup, hasn't it?
Yes, USA, Mexico. Again, 2 teams that made it to the Global Trophy Finals last time round. The USA finishing runners-up of this tournament. beating Mexico in the semi-finals last time round.
They've got to beat them in the last 16 to make it through, though.
They've done it again! Mexico gone!
That is a shock. Mexico don't qualify for the Global Trophy Finals.
The wall must be getting to them. Trump is winning after all.
Well,
he's not. I think Biden's probably winning this one. I don't know. We're recording this on like the day after Election Day, but never mind.
Yeah, we are. So if you look at the teams going through here, we've got Peru, El Salvador, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Colombia, USA. The only real one outlier there for me is El Salvador, and
yeah,
like everyone else is very, very good.
Yeah, definitely. Should we see who wins this one?
Yeah.
Yep. Peru, El Salvador first up. See all these teams all through.
Now it's for glory.
Yep, Peru get the win. They're in the semi-finals.
They'll play the winner of the Argentina-Uruguay match. Argentina unbeaten in America since 2018.
They're still unbeaten, 3-0.
Uruguay haven't actually scored a goal yet.
Yeah. Suarez is probably suspended or something, I don't know.
He bit someone again.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
More than like, God damn it, Suarez. Paraguay, Chile next up. Two former America section winners going at it. And it's Chile who gets the win this time round.
Yeah, good result for Chile. They make their way to the America section semi-finals to play the winner of the next match between Colombia and the USA.
The USA through to another semi-final.
In great form. Are we going to have a repeat of last year's America section final? It requires Peru to lose to Argentina.
Argentina through to a final again.
Argentina haven't conceded a goal yet. This is incredible from Argentina. They're going for the three-peats.
Yep, Chile versus the USA. It's Chile this time round.
So both former winners of the Americas section. Argentina, can they win their third and in a row and their 10th overall, or will it be Chile second?
Chile win it!
Chile have done it!
Chile beat Argentina. Still Argentina yet to concede. But Chile!
Chile have done everything they needed to do, and they have won the Americas section for the first time since 2011.
Yep, their second Americas section victory for Chile there.
Argentina, wow, they must be fuming.
Yep, Argentina are going to go through to yet another Global Trophy Finals, but that three-peat, that 10th Americas section victory still eludes them at this point.
Didn't quite go to plan, did it, for Argentina? But Chile, respect to them. They've done everything they needed to do, and they have won the American section. We have had some strange winners this year.
Yeah, South Africa,
tournaments.
Japan, Romania, and now Chile.
Wow.
Well,
wow, it's impressive from Chile.
Yeah, very impressive from Chile. Good result there. It wasn't easy for them. They had to beat Paraguay, the USA, and Argentina in the last three matches.
And Panama, of course, as well.
And Panama, very, very much favoured Panama to make it to a second Global Trophy Finals. But it's Chile who upsets probably the most consistent team in Global Trophy history right at the finals.
Does mean that Argentina, as I said, they haven't conceded a goal in normal time yet. And they have now moved on to 106 wins.
Yes, it's big for Argentina. That is their 20th Global Trophy win in the last 3 Global Trophies.
Incredible stuff. But they will be with us next week for the Global Trophy Finals.
Yes, alongside the champions of this region, Chile, the USA, Peru, El Salvador, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Colombia, to join, God, so many good teams.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's going to be so interesting to see. Who is it? Who have you got, Sam? Who have you got to win this year's Global Trophy?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to get my heart broken again, I know it, but I'm going to throw it out there.
You're going Italy, are you?
I'm going for Italy to win the Global Trophy 2021. It's their time.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go for the easy one then. I'm going to back Argentina.
It's overdue, isn't it? Argentina haven't won for a few years. They haven't won since at least, the last 5 years. So maybe it's their time.
Yeah, I'm backing Argentina on this one. So let us know what you think in the comments. Who do you think's going to win? Anyone who says Turkmenistan.
Unfortunately, they're the team.
Or El Salvador. Actually, I don't know. Maybe El Salvador haven't done as well as them. I'm not too sure, but we'll have to check that. It shouldn't take too long to check that to see the progress of all these teams. So we will see you next week for the Global Trophy Finals 2021.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting.
It's going to be
great.
great.
Make sure you tune in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.